When I finally left public school for good, it was an existential crisis. I'm Marty, and this is the Rise Collective Co-op. Hi! If you found this video, hopefully you are on some kind of homeschooling journey of your own. I have wanted to be a teacher for as long as I can remember. When I started kindergarten, with 2 broken arms, by the way, hopefully, maybe I can insert a picture here. When I started kindergarten, my kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Bell, had an Apple pointer when she was doing calendar, and instantly I was hooked. I was like, ooh, I want to do that. Then as I got older, I started to dislike school. From that moment on, I decided I was going to be a teacher so that I could make a difference in education and change the dynamic for other students. The hours were long. I can remember being really sad when I got home from school, like got off the school bus, and I would start counting down the hours until it would be dark. In hindsight, probably an anxiety disorder, but that's a story for a different day. As I continued on, when I got into high school, I went to community college through a program that my high school had available. My junior and senior year, I studied early childhood education. And from there, I went on to finish my bachelor's at The Ohio State University. Go Bucks! And then I got my master's from Mount Vernon Nazarene University. My very first placement in education was when I was 16 years old. That means, to date, I have been in education 19 years. I'll let you do the math and decide how old I am. In all of the opportunities I had in education, I kept thinking that I was going to find the one spot. I was going to find my niche, I was going to get in there, and something was going to click and I was going to love it. It was going to be awesome. That literally never happened. It never happened. When I finally left public school for good, it was an existential crisis. It was a crisis. It had been a childhood dream of mine to be a teacher. And I got to a place where I started to realize I wasn't going to be able to make a change within the system. I thought I had miscalculated my entire life. It made me question every decision I've ever made. It made me question where I came from, who I was, because my identity was so tied to being an educator. I quit everything, literally quit everything. I enrolled in cosmetology school. Maybe I just got it all wrong. So I went to cosmetology school for a year. That wasn't it either. I went on a soul searching journey. For any of you who have ever gone on a soul searching journey, you know it is not for the weak. I went to hell and back to find myself. After I made the decision to leave cosmetology school, it was time to rebuild my life from the ground up. Absolutely rebuild. I started to consider, how in the world am I going to use this education degree that I have spent stupid amounts of money on if I don't want to be in public education? What in the world am I going to do? The option to just not work, that wasn't an option. I took 9 solid weeks off. I didn't work. I didn't go to school. It was a very long 9 weeks. It was a very necessary 9 weeks, and I went back to the drawing board. What am I going to do with the gifts that I know that I have? I found a job that seemed right up my alley. The hours were flexible. It literally said, make your own schedule. And I was like, make my own schedule? What? So I applied. I started off full-time. The longer I started working full-time, I started thinking about all of the time that I was missing with my son. I went to my boss and I said, the best decision for me right now is to better balance my time between work and my child. They were like, that's not a problem. I started to think about the fact that my husband and I have always wanted our son to be homeschooled, always. I started to allow myself to dream. The same dream kept coming to me. I want to homeschool my child. My ultimate dream would be to have 6 or 7 kids at my kitchen table and we're dissecting frogs. That is my ultimate dream. Putting the experience back into education, that just lights me up. My goal is to reach the people that are meant to be here. Also, I want to encourage people who dream this dream. Start before you think you're ready. And it was that easy. But if I wait to know every little step, I'm never gonna get started. So I just had to do something. I am using the start of this channel, the start of the co-op, the Rise Collective, as an opportunity to start before I think I'm ready. And then let things come to me and build the way that they're supposed to. I hope this video finds you well. I'm looking forward to connecting with the people who are meant to be here, and I cannot wait for this awesome journey together. Happy learning!